share with you quickly how to change the brake light bulb on Toyota Alphard. So right now they're not working and this one is not working, and I'm just about to get started. So this needs to come off. So from on the side, you need to pull this up and it's going to open, and just right underneath you can see there's a screw there. And the same thing with this part as well. You don't need to break this off because it's already attached to it. Just on the side you can see the two hooks, one hook here and the other one here. So I'm going to undo the screw for this one and also for this one. Oh. Everyone can know exactly what needs to be done. Alright, that's off. Alright, so once you're done, you start snapping up this place. You need to look for something very flat. It's best for you to use something like plastic, but because I don't have one, I'm using this metal chisel here. And once you started, you'll start hearing some snapping sound. You don't need to worry about it. It's just the hook from the inside that is making that noise. And you come to the side as well. You can hear that hook. And there's another one here. Get those snapping sound. I'm not sure if there's another one here. Well, let's give it a try. Alright, so this part you will need to look for something very small and sharp because there's a screw here that needs to be taken out. So pop it in there. That's it. Put this in there. And then undo this screw here. Now, just for me to know where I put the screws and where they belong so that I can easily put them back, I usually separate them in the areas where they should be. So I put this one on the left and the other one on the right. So this goes to the left here, and the other one here, I need to bring this out as well. I put it towards the right hand side. Go and proceed to pop the remaining out there. Alright, once you get to this point, you can leave this one because this part needs to pop out this way. So I need to start removing this part first. Go back in. Okay. Now, what I wanted to do is just record. You don't need to pick anything on the floor. Is that okay? Thank you. Yeah. And the other side. pause now. So what I've done here, I moved this out for the side, and I'm removing the coating. I'm going to snap this back up. I'm going to do it for the other side as well. So here, pop this out, do it this way. To remove this, I need to take off these two screws. Now, so I think one is for the
looks like it's really tight. You have to do it very carefully. It's broken as well because it's dark, very dark.
Is there anything I need to press? There's nothing. See, they put this green here for what purpose? Alright, just pull this out. So I'll take this specification and then Google it. The specification on it, and I'm gonna Google it. So these are the replacement bulbs. Got this from Alphard. If you don't have the one that comes from Japan, I think Alphard have already removed. They put some green stuff here, so I don't know what that really means, but whatever it is, this is the way we took it out. And if you look at the top one and the bottom one, so I took it out this way. For this one, the label and the description, the specification of the bulb is written here, but it's not the same on this one. This one is on this side. So what I'm looking at here is this bottom one is coming to the it's like the one on the outside here, and the top one is the one here. So the same thing with this one. The top one is here and the bottom one is here. So I'm just going to use that same framework or that same template to insert it. So I think this is the best direction. The shorter one, now if you look at the element, that's what I'm talking inside the filament on the inside. There's the bottom one, there's the top one. So the bottom one is the one coming to the first here, and the top one is the one coming on this side, the second. Yeah, so I'm gonna use this same template to put it in, and I'm gonna give it a try. Turn on the car, let's see what we've got. Alright, so this part is working for me. Same thing as well. Use the same template. Alright, turn this on and then put it out. Gonna do here. And let's give it a try one more time. And then once you push it in, make sure it locks and then twist it. And the same thing to the other side. Now this cable is not really very long, but whatever it is, I'm sure if you can do it up to this point, you'll figure the rest out. And then make sure it locks, twist it to the other side. So that completes this part. The only part that I'm kind of concerned about now is this one, because I'm not still sure, because no one has ever got to this point yet. As you can see, it's just the way it came from the factory, and I'm kind of thinking how I can pull that out. I tried to remove this one, but I noticed that this is for the rest spoiler itself, not for the brake light bulb there. Exactly how to take it out, but I'm still gonna figure it out. I'm sure about it. Okay, let's try to push it out on the other side as well. That's it. Now right here I've got 2 screws. Alright, take these 2 out. Don't drop in there. Yeah, it's out. So you need to be careful with this when you're taking it out, because it can drop in there. We don't know where it's gonna go, so just be careful, as I said. Alright, the reason why you're watching this video is because you want to replace the top brake light for your Toyota Alphard. As you can see, this is Toyota Alphard, and I just want to share with you what I went through, and so that you can take a lesson from my own experience. Now the way this has been engineered, it's been engineered so that you don't have to remove it. You don't need to remove it from this part. From here you can actually unlock it from the inside. I'm going to share the full details with you. Okay, now there's a top here. If you can take it out, you can take it out, because I've already taken this out. Now what you're going to experience when you're taking it out is this: you end up damaging your car part, as you can see. Now I am very careful and I've been very meticulous trying to do this. That's why the damage is kind of minimal. And one of the damage you're going to make is this: the way this has been engineered in such a way that it should be very difficult to be taken out. You can see there's a hook here. The other one here is broken, and that is because after I was able to take these out, this one refused to come out, and eventually I felt like I'm just gonna break it off, and that is what happened. And you can see that's exactly what happened. I broke it off because it was so difficult for me to take it out. Now the lesson to learn out of this is this: do not bother trying to take this out, because you may end up damaging your car. It's been well tightened. They use some padding to for rain not to go inside, so there's no point just trying to take this out. Okay, I think it should go in this way when I put it back. And if you look on the top here, this is already if I can get the camera to capture this top right here. So I'm sure you must have got it to this part. You need to take these off. Here's how this has been engineered. As I said, you do not need to take this out to remove this part. All you just need to do, because the way it's been engineered from the factory, all you need to do is to let's try to pull this in. Okay, here you go. So all you need to do is this. I think it was like it locks clockwise, so all you need to do is to turn it anti-clockwise and then pull it out from the inside. Now let's get in and see. If you look at this part, there's a little hole, and that is where this is coming out from, and there's some foam just around it, around this part. So I don't know what I'm going to get into, if I should remove these foams. So I was kind of like, should I take it out or should I not take it out? And that's where I just felt like, okay, I'm gonna try as much as possible to remove the whole thing. But as I said, this is what we've got previously before I brought it out. As you can see, it's even difficult to actually push through. Yeah, so you may a little bit find it difficult there. What you may kind of need to take it out or to turn it, whatever you can use to turn it in an anti-clockwise way from here, and you can just tweak it and you can take it out gently. That's all you need to do. You don't have to go through the whole problem or whatever of taking this particular brake light out, okay, the full manifold here. So what I just want to do now is to share with you. As you can see, it's going to be difficult to take out the bulb itself because the foam here is just to prevent water from coming into the car. So I'm going to put this into a test right now. Here's what I've got. Now, I hope I have explained myself very well. You don't have to take the old thing out. I've got the new bulb, just so you can see. This is the one I've got in. There's another one that I've ordered that is on the way because I'm not sure if this is going to last long. It cost me around £2.50. There's another one that I ordered which is around £6. So I think that one will be stronger than this. All right, just to put it to a test, I'm going to turn on the engine now. I want to make sure that the bulb is working fine. As you can see, the brake light is working. So what I'm going to do is just to put everything back as it should. There, you just need to make sure you put it in the one that can, and you turn it clockwise, and it's locked. So the next thing I'm going to do is to put it in from the outside. Over a week to eventually figure out how to take this out from the bay here. I had to use the sellotape to cover this part. Just to prevent water from going in. Trying to put everything back as it should be. I need to take this out again. All this part. You need to use, you see, I've scratched it again. So you need to be very careful when you're doing this. It's just very easy to pop out. I'm gonna put this on the side. All right. So this hook goes on the top. There are two screws in there. I'm gonna push this through right now. And so these are the two dangerous hooks. And if you look right here, this one is still intact. I was able to push this right in and then push it from the top. There's this kind of a hook right here. This part, let me bring it out so that you can see what I'm talking about. This part, I pushed it up from the top there, right here, and I was able to remove the right hand side. But this second part did not come out. As you can see the hook, the person who engineered this must have done a very excellent job, but it's just really very difficult to bring out. But so this part, as I said earlier, I broke it off. Now I want to put it back just the way I got it out. I want to see how easy this is gonna be. I really need to look from the top. Alright, as you can see, it's locked back into place. Now one part that I did not really check will be the other cable. Alright, it actually came up. That's it. So as I said, look at it here. Can you see why I found it very difficult to tweak this part? Number one, the foam is actually, I think I should get something like a touch so that you guys can see very well. So as you can see, look at the foam, really very difficult. So as I said, you may need something like a screw like this, or like a plier like this, very tiny one, and then you tweak it anti-clockwise, then you can now bring it out. So I'm gonna put everything back as it was now, so it seems like everything is going well. here you are. We go to the top. There are two holes here. I'm just gonna see if I can put the two screws back. Alright, so I'm just putting the interior padding back. First I put this one in, then alright, I'm just taking this out on the side and this side as well. Alright, and that's because there's a little hook here that I need to make use of baskets. I need to pull this up first. Da, 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 da. Supposed to be. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, right? Now don't forget to pull back your screws. Now this is something you may not get when you outsource this kind of job. Some of the screws will be missing and those guys will just push it back for you. So this is the reason why I like to do things myself sometimes, even if I make a mistake. At least I'm learning in the process, I'm gaining more experience. I want to Alphard or all these guys to do this for me, just to change one of the bulb. I think it's £85 or something like that. You see, you can easily just save yourself some money. Don't forget to put the cover back on. Okay, right there.